Check out this beautiful park, Cypremort State Park, South Louisiana. It sure is peaceful and quiet out here. All you can hear is the birds. I'm just super excited because I'm literally waiting on the guy right now to come unload all this gear that I've been gawking over. The paramotors and wings and stuff that I've never seen or touched. I've seen it when I was a little kid, guys flying in the air probably 20 years ago. But I've never seen one and touched one up close and personal. I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of video watching, a lot of reading, so I'm excited to be sitting here waiting right now for Matt to show up with all of his cool gear. How I got into being interested in powered paragliding, I've always loved aviation. My dad was he flew as a hobby. He got his private pilot's license and then went to school to be a helicopter pilot. He was the chief helicopter pilot for local sheriff's department where I live and grew up. After that, I joined the Marine Corps Reserves and became a helicopter crew chief on Hueys, the 4 blades, the new Super Huey Yankees. So I really enjoyed that type of tactical flight, low level with terrain. Was super exciting to me. So after I got out the Marines, I started to study for my private pilot's license. I bought the Jeppesen Part 61, I believe it was, and was reading through that textbook and trying to teach myself. And then I got married, right before I bought that study kit and had kids, and it was going to be about $10,000 to get my private pilot's license on my own. That's just to get the license. So then you have to, after that, you rent the plane, you put fuel in the plane, which AV gas is not the cheapest. So let's say I got my pilot's license, $10,000. I accomplished my goal. Now I want to go fly to keep up my qualifications and become a better pilot. Well, I have to rent a plane, put gas in it, and that's how that hobby works. And you can go from point A to point B with a family if you got a big enough plane to put your luggage in and things like that if I wanted to go on a trip. But it's cheaper to get in a commercial jet and a lot quicker to fly from point A to point B if that's how you want to spend your time vacation. And so it didn't really make a lot of sense as far as traveling. It's pretty much you just want to be flying because you love to fly. So I kind of put that on the back burner. I looked at buying the plane first, taking lessons in my own plane. It would actually work out to be a little cheaper. Then you have maintenance. Then you have to hangar it, so you're paying a storage, a hangering fee. So all those expenses added up to not really coincide with my lifestyle as a firefighter as far as the family budget goes. But I was still interested in it, and one day I was on my computer watching emergency landings to see how pilots handled emergencies while they were flying. And I come across a video of this guy named Tucker Gott on YouTube, who's like probably a powered paramotor superstar because he has almost 1 million subscribers. And there's a reason for that. He makes really good videos and does a lot of cool stuff and goes to a lot of cool places. So I'm like, man, let me check this out. And what I was learning was that in the right weather conditions, you can take off and land into many places that an airplane cannot. So you go to a park or a large field and the conditions are right. Obviously, you have to. It has to be certain wind conditions so you can fly. When you wouldn't really have to worry about that in a single-engine Cessna or a Piper aircraft. But on a beautiful day, right flying conditions for this paragliding, you could take off and land at a beach. You can break this device down put it in a bag that's made to transport and put it on a commercial jet. You can fly to Colorado or wherever, you know, another country, take it out and then fly around. I saw some videos of Matt Minyard. He went to England, France, I believe, and was flying around some castles, like giving yourself your own private tour that you would probably have to pay a boatload of money to get, like a helicopter tour. He's just free flying in there, having a great time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is for me. I need to be doing this. And then further learning about people in the hobby, like Tucker or Kyle O, I believe. He mentioned that he was a private pilot. And why are they doing this and not flying airplanes? Well, I think because it's a lot cheaper, a lot more cool stuff to look at. So in an airplane, you're flying high and fast versus low and slow, and really getting to take in all the scenery. All these things just added up and told me that this was the aviation direction that I need to go, instead of dumping thousands and thousands of dollars just to say, hey, I'm flying in a plane, taking off at one airport, landing at another. Like I said, just didn't add up, you know, for my family's budget. And for the price that it would take me to get my private pilot's license, I could own all this gear. So I was like, this makes sense. Been watching videos after videos and bugging my wife about it, and poor thing, she has to deal with all my ups and downs with hobbies and things that I want to do and expensive toys that I want. So y'all keep her in your prayers. Obviously, it's not the safest hobby in the world. Anything with aviation is inherently dangerous, but with the right training and the mindset, and you know, the skill and the sense to know when to fly and when not to fly, and choosing the right gear and flying within your skill level, and your experience level, it's proven to be really safe. If you follow the rules and fly within your level, there's really hasn't been any issues that I've learned about, you know, that hadn't had anything to do with pilot error. So I just got a phone call in the middle of this video. I think you can see him way out there. Matt is here with his gear, so I'm gonna go and I'll continue the safety talk another time. I'm meeting a YouTube superstar right now. I'm so excited. I've seen these people on YouTube. Woo! And I finally get to meet them.
We're here.
That's awesome.
Alright, the 7th inflation. First day ever. Making it look easy. What you call a natural. Got skill. First session ever. First time clipped in his whole life. 7th inflation ever. 7th try. All 6 were pretty clean, to be fair. Now we can kite.
right. Woo! So, I am back on my 3-hour-long trek from my first power paragliding lesson with Matt Minyard. Wow. I'm like still on a high right now. I just got off the phone with my wife. She's like, how was it? Because this was like a trial period to see if I really did enjoy all this stuff that I've been studying and bugging her and watching videos with this whole time. And the answer was absolutely loved it. Coolest thing ever. It's like being in your own helicopter. I kited the wing pretty good for being my first lesson. I was just so stoked. I said I could just have a kite and go to a park and fly this overhead with my family and have a great time. Like, I don't even need to go in the sky. But then I got to go in the sky. I got to go tandem with Matt, and we took off and watched the ground disappear below us, and it was like at a lose breath thinking about how exciting it was. It's just you up there like a bird, you know, and the wind hitting your skin. You're not enclosed in a cockpit, you know, just turning about, flying wherever you want and landing wherever you want. It was so cool. So worth the drive. One gentleman brought some jalapeno cheddar sausage and crackers, and I was so excited about that because you know that I didn't bring anything to eat. And after kiting that wing and using the muscles and the adrenaline and, you know, trying to concentrate and not having perfect breathing because you're excited, that worked up a huge appetite. So it was nice to go pig out on some of his snacks that he brought. So thank you so much for that. Great time, y'all. Man, I want to do this every time I'm off. I want my kids to be around it. You know, I want them to want to do it with me one day, and my wife to do it with me. It was a great atmosphere. We were at a national park overlooking the water, feeling the breeze. They brought a boom box out there that was music playing, some drinks and snacks. Little maintenance was done on some people's paramotors, so they were tweaking some things here and there, and I love like little tinkering mechanic stuff like that. So I enjoyed that. The smell of the two-stroke motor. Woo! If you know anything about dirt bikes, two-stroke dirt bikes back in the day, they pretty much phased most of those out. But two-stroke motors burning the gasoline and the oil in the same chamber with the piston puts off an amazing aroma. If they had it in a cologne bottle, I would wear it. So smelling that smell again reminded me of my motocross days when I was, you know, junior high and high school, and even right out of high school. That smell just brought me back to my younger years when I didn't have a job and I didn't have responsibilities. I was just cutting up on my motocross bike in the fields that I grew up on and on the tracks, and that's kind of how I felt here with this. I'm like, I'm going flying. I'm not going to work. I'm just gonna motor around in the sky by the clouds and look around and not have to be anywhere or not have to go to work. It was really, really, really enjoyable, and I cannot wait till my next lesson. Super excited to be in the same state with Matt Minyard with the Louisiana Paramotor. He's the most skilled, from what I understand, from everybody that's somebody.
Use the left lane to merge onto US 90. 85 miles. Continue straight.
This lady is really rude, interrupting my video here. So, car merging, stand by, clear left. All right. So to have Matt at my fingertips here in the same state is just a huge blessing in itself. So I'm excited. I'm gonna sign off so I can continue navigate my way home. It's getting dark, so I'm glad that I'm documenting this exciting new adventure, and I'll check you next time. What am I doing?
Fly him.
What?
Fly him.
I'm flying?
Yeah. Can I fly?
Can you fly?
Yeah.
You want to? You come with me?
Yeah. You want to do that?
You want to do that too?
Yeah.